So, I know it's been a while since I've talked about anything that I've experienced in my life. So, this is going to be another one. Um, I really do, really do want to help those women and men who want to get out of their bad marriage, their bad, where they're getting abused in one way or another. And I don't agree with abuse. I was severely abused by my first ex husband. I don't remember if I ever said that he tried to drown me. He put his foot on my chest and put me underwater. And I just remember fighting for my life so that um, I wouldn't die and that my son that I was carrying would be alive. That's what I carried about. I cared about, not carried, but cared at the time. And I mean, it is important. You have to have a support system. If you don't have that support system around you, your mom, your dad, your friends, your relatives, people who you go to church with, people you work with, people who you see along the way during the day, you never know what they're going through. People have had a nice time of hiding things. I mean, not a nice time as, haha, yeah, yeah, hey, look at that. It's, not a lot of people are willing to fully explain what happened to them. One of the things that my first ex husband liked to do was rape me with different objects. He would film it and watch it later. He put it on our computer, and my uncle was staying with us, and my uncle saw it and wanted to know exactly what was going on. Why was it like that? Well, I can't always do the right thing. In the middle of everything, you think what you're doing is right. Sometimes it is. Um, Most of the time, you're in protective mode, walking on eggshells around people, even those you trust and you love. And that is a big price to pay for walking away from somebody because you have all those memories, you have all those dreams, you have all those, daydreams. I call them nightmares. I call them daymares because for me, that's what they are. I have wonderful, wonderful times with him. I would never choose another father for my older two kids. I would have chosen for him to make the right choice and not rape them and make them have sex with each other. So, yeah. If you love somebody, really, really love somebody, you'll go to the ends of the earth for that person, but never will you ever think that they would stop short of being there for you. Um, Finding out exactly what happened and how it happened. I don't have exact details. I don't know that I ever want exact details. That's for my children to disclose to me if they want to. I don't make them disclose anything to me that they don't want to. They know that it's not an open door policy, but it is. We have to go outside and talk in neutral ground if we need to. We can go to the car to talk to each other in a neutral ground, neutral setting. That way, no one has that power pull over you, or you have that power pull over your child. Even a child, you don't do that power pull with because it messes with their head. It does. It messes with the way that they look at themselves. It messes with the way that how they feel about themselves and how they feel that people love them, how they feel that they can be loved, and how they can love others. It just is like a burst, like a star bursting. When it finally hits, it hits. And for me, it hit when he came out of the bathroom at me while our three children were in our bedroom and came out of our master bathroom at me, running at me. He weighed approximately 360 pounds at the time. I weighed approximately 140, around there. Um, he decided that he was going to try to kill me. he even asked the kids if they want to know what it looked like when someone dies. I think that's the worst thing, one, that you can say to a child. I think it's the worst thing, two, that you could ever say to anybody. And how the hell, in your right mind, would you ever say that to your own children while they're watching their mom get choked? I was on a bed, and yes, I do know martial arts, and he did. He got just laid on me and put pressure on my neck with his arm as I was laying there. He just went crossbody like that and went down, put pressure on me until I passed out. He thought I died, and I didn't. He was very surprised when I woke up. I know, I remember that one. I thought I had to go to work. That's how bad this was. I thought I had to go to work. So I got ready. I went to work. They're telling me, no, 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 Des, you don't have to work. You don't have to work. What's going on? They knew. They knew. They really, really did. They saw things on me. They saw bruises on me. They saw the way that he treated me when he was, ironically, I worked at the hospital. He was training to be a nurse. His ultimate goal was to be an RN, which was my dream. So I helped him with his LPN. That way I could go through and do my LPN while he's doing his RN. And well, because of his choices and what he did, it didn't happen like that. It didn't. I should have been in a night class for nursing. The instructor of the class is the one that actually told me about it and wanted me to enroll. I enrolled in it, and he was hell bent on me not going anywhere at night, especially if he couldn't get a hold of me at any given time. I had to have a cell phone when we didn't really need one. So I bought one so that I could talk to him when he was at home. And then it went to, no, that's not good enough. I'm going to do a walkie talkie, and it's going to be for a 2 mile radius. So if you go anywhere 2 miles out, if you go outside of that 2 mile radius, I won't be able to talk to you. So why don't we just use a store up here next to us? I'm not saying it's a bad store. It's very packed. I mean, very small, and there's a lot of things in place, and it always has made me feel out of sorts. Out of words. Um, it was supposed to be like a neutral territory, and it ended up being almost like a War of the Roses. Someone from when I went to high school would say hi to me or call me. Who is that? What are you talking about? What are they doing? Who is it? Huh? 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 Is it a guy? Yeah, you're going and you're dating with a guy. You're having sex with another guy, and that's how we got our daughter. Yeah. That's how we got my oldest son. That's how I got my youngest son. That's how I got my youngest daughter. I just go and I sleep with whoever. I don't. That is not me. It never will be me. And I would never make anyone ever try, to do. I can't make people do things. I will ask. I try not to tell. Even with my 13 and 16-year-old, they have responsibilities. They know what they're supposed to do. If they don't do them, they know the consequences. They're clearly written out. Rules on the or on the freezer, or no, they're actually on the refrigerator. Sorry. The chore list is on the freezer, along with a list of what is supposed to be done with each chore. And so no one's doing that. I've been keeping up on that, and it really frustrates me because I have two people that live with me that are adults that when they have a day off, they disappear or they disappear downstairs. So I guess in this one, I just needed to vent and let people know that, look, abuse is a silent killer. I'm just going to say that out loud because that's how I feel about it. They say cancer is. No, I think an abusive relationship is a is one that would consider, for that. You just don't need to be there. You just don't need to do that. I mean, honestly, leave a comment if you need help. If you want to PM, I don't know how this works, but if you want to leave comments, if you want to, I don't know if you can private comment me, but if you can, do it. I can help you. I can help you plan how to get away from where you're at. I can help you get those resources. I will research out those resources. I don't care what town you live in or what city you live in, okay? I live in a small town in Idaho, implanted from a city. I have to say that because I was 12 when we moved here. So yeah, I was an implant. I don't quite call myself a Holistonite or a Clarkstonite, Clarkstonian or a Lustonian, whatever, however you would say it. I don't do that. I don't feel that way. Um, my dog, hold on. No, go lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Anyway, yeah, I. It's weird once you get into an abusive state of mind. Um, it's hard to come out of it. It really, really is. It takes years and years, and don't say that you'll never be better because you will. You're putting, those limitations on yourself when you say, I cannot do this. No, you can do it, but you might need help. And that's okay to ask. It is okay to ask for help. Everyone wants to know what they can do. If you think something's going on, you can ask. If it's your best friend, if it's your family, whoever, it doesn't matter. Ask, find out. You know what they look like when they're lying. You know their body language when they lie. And all it takes is for someone to lie about it and not do anything. That's the worst thing. I had a few people come to me while I was still married to my first husband and asked me why I was still with him. And I was like, well, I love him. Through everything, I loved him. I truly loved him. And he truly, truly took my heart, crushed it, ripped it out of my chest into pieces. And I am still piecing that heart back together because it rolled over from me being abused as a child to abused as a teenager to abused as an adult to abused not just as an adult, but one relationship, two relationships, three relationships out of the five men that I have been with. Three were abusive. One raped me. One raped me all the time when I was with him. Yeah. Um, he wanted. Okay, here's the thing. He wanted rough sex. I'm like, no, I don't. It gives me bruises. It hurts. I don't want to do it. He said, I don't care. We're doing it. Now that right there, that disregard for what I just said about my own body, should have been enough for him to stop. And he didn't. And yes, I had been drinking. And yes, that is when it happened. Every time him and I went out and drank, that is what happened. Is I would end up back at his house and he would want to, and I would say no. And he would just grab me and do whatever he wanted. And no, okay, no. And that was someone that I had a friendship with benefits. That is exactly what it was. Him and I have a friendship before, and it didn't work out for him and I doing the benefits thing, obviously, for reasons I've already stated. And he doesn't live down here anymore. He lives somewhere else, so that's okay with me. Um, I have 3 minutes left on my battery life, so I'm just letting you know. If it dies, that's why. I'm going to try to stop talking before this. But just one more thing, just reach out. Reach out your hand and help someone up. There's a saying that I heard from my mom: throw your anchor up to God. Don't throw it down into the ground. If you throw it down to the ground, that's where it stays. That's where you stay. You take that anchor and you throw it up, because you don't know where you're going to be the next day. You're throwing it up to God, you're throwing it up to whoever you believe in. And you're just giving it to them, everything to them. I can't stress it enough that get a hold of me. Do something if you need to. I'm here. I will talk with you. I will, however I can figure out on my freaking laptop to, be able to talk to somebody, like doing a FaceTime thing. I don't know. But I'm going to end on, I love each and every person out there. Yes, I do. Until they prove to me that they are not worthy of that, and then I take it away and it's all gone. But no matter who you are, you deserve to be loved. And you are loved. And you will continue to be loved. It doesn't have to come from that one person. It doesn't. It can come from your different family members. It can, that love can actually grow and blossom with more support. And they say, talk about it. Yes, talking about it is hard. And you may roll your eyes. You may just like say, nope, I'm done. Then all of a sudden, hey, yeah, I'm gonna party and I'm gonna be with him. I'm gonna love on him. No, 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 no. Not if he is treating you that way, and not if she is treating you that way too. That right there is the other silent killer. The women who abuse the men, and the men who don't get the help because they don't think it's out there. It is out there. I've researched it, at least in this town and in this state and in neighboring states. So the only thing you can't do in Idaho, yeah, is if you're married to the person or related to the person, you may put out a restraining order or no contact order, but you have to be married to him or related to him. I don't know about any other states. Washington is not that way. It is not. Um, so, as far as I know, it's just this state, and I hope it's only this state. And on that, I am going to let you guys go, and I will talk with you later. Blessed day, blessed night. My love to you. My prayers for you.